Today we're going to talk comparison. There's the famous Theodore Roosevelt quote, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And it is. So I want to talk about two different types of comparison, and then I want you to come away from today releasing the idea of needing to compare yourself. We have two types of comparison: comparison with ourselves and comparison with others. So let's talk about comparison with ourself. How many of you are holding on to some article of clothing? You've got it tucked in the perfect spot in your closet because you have the idea that I am going to fit into that again. Or maybe you have a certain picture from 25 years ago that you're looking at and you're saying, I want to look like that again. I want you to stop. That is a dangerous type of comparison that will leave you feeling empty, possibly guilty, possibly not worthy, not good, all of the above. How many times have you hopped on a scale, looked at the number and said, oh, if only I could be blah, blah, blah like I was 20 years ago. Stop comparing today's body to 20 years ago. Sister, you are in a completely different stage of your life, and I want you to honor that stage. I want you to own the stage that you're in, and I want you to feel good about the stage that you are in. I want you to understand that your body is amazing, and it does amazing things, and in all of its years, it has already done many amazing things, but guess what? It can still do and will do many amazing things if you take care of it in the right way. You don't have to go sit in the corner right now and say, I'm just done with it, right? But I don't want you to compare what was to what currently is. Those are two different stages of life, and that's okay. So let's be present with where we are, where our body currently is. Let's embrace it. Let's show it some love. Let's show it how to be strong. And let's show it how to feel good by nourishing it with the things that it needs, fiber and protein, by doing your strength training to keep it strong and to make it strong down the road. Because remember, if you fail to prepare to be frail. So if you want to ward off frailty as you age, you need to start strength training. But you also need to stop comparing today's body to yesterday's. That's in the past. It does not matter. Here we are, here and now. Let's take what we've got and let's work with it. Okay? So stop comparing your current self to your high school self, because that's not you. Your body is in a completely different stage, and that is okay. Each stage has its own ups, its own downs, its own greatnesses, and its own bad parts. Let's own them all. Let's embrace them. But let's stay present and not compare, okay? So no more self-comparison from today, yesterday, 15, 20, however many years ago, okay? So please, get rid of those jeans. You don't need them. They're not going where you're going, okay? I understand, but that's my goal. I understand. Let's pick a goal that is not aesthetically based. Let's pick the goal of being stronger, of feeling good each day, and of not being frail. Let's go there. Okay, that is a realistic and a healthy goal. All right. Number 2, comparing your journey to your neighbor's journey. Well, Susie told me that she lost 30 pounds in 10 days eating keto. I'm not knocking keto. If you like it, great. What I'm saying is that what works for Susie might not work for you. That's okay. You need to find what works for you and your body, okay? Well, Susie goes to this class and they jump all day. Okay, and how's Susie feeling? And is that sustainable? You need to find ways of fueling your body and ways of moving your body that work for you and your body, not just for today, but down the road. Sustainability. Okay? And just because it works for your neighbor, your aunt, your cousin, your uncle, your second cousin twice removed, doesn't mean it will work for you. Likewise, just because it worked for you doesn't mean it will work for that person. Okay? So, comparing what this person is doing and what you're doing are not going to work. All right? I tell you this because I had this predicament happen. About 3.5 years ago, I too was vegan on the advice of, my physician. And because it works for that physician. I am not knocking veganism at all. I'm not knocking keto. What I am saying is that did not work for me or my body. Okay? I was taking my B12, my iron, but things were just going downhill quickly. Does that mean that that's a bad diet? Nope, not at all. Many people do really well. There are elite athletes that do great with it. That wasn't working for me, my hormones, and my stage of life. Does that mean that it can't work for you? Not at all. My point is you need to listen to your body, not compare your journey to anybody else's, and find what works for you. Because sometimes what happens is if we start to follow what Susie is doing and it's not working, then we feel like we've done something wrong when we haven't. The only thing we did was compare what she's doing and apply it to our life, even though we're not her. Okay? So find what works for you and your body. Your journey is yours alone because you are beautifully unique and beautifully you. No one else is you. Find what works for you and you alone. All right? No more comparing. I know that that is easier said than done, but it's such an important message that Theodore Roosevelt tried to teach us many years ago, and here we are still trying to learn it. So next time you start to fall into that trap of, I was this 20 years ago, or this worked for so-and-so, I'm not saying you can't try these things, but I don't want you, if it's not working or it's not feeling good for your body, to think that you have failed. You haven't failed. The program that you were trying, maybe, or whatever it was you were trying to do, wasn't right for you personally. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it wasn't for you. All right? Make it a great day. I will see you for Fit News next week.